NectarzWithin, all about mind, life, and soul enhancement.
People ask me, "Hey, Kiran, you keep practicing mindfulness most of the times, but during critical times, obviously you'll be angry. So, what's the purpose?" I said, when I start practicing mindfulness in my day-to-day, in a stress-free situations, eventually over a time that will be my second skin, right? So, during the stressful situation, there's a sense of mindfulness coming that automatically. So, to practice mindfulness is all about when you are really in a stress-free environment. So eventually, by practicing, that becomes a second skin during stressful. So there are something so interesting about this thing. The first point is I make this thing. Maybe you can also tell me. Maybe is there something in your 7 scales when someone is really angry? Um, what I do is I try to do this paradigm shift. Oh my god, I don't know what need they are in. They are angry, probably it comes from their own insecureness. So what's there for me, this something comes from the famous story. There was a boy in a train. There's a passenger. He was so irritated by the behavior of the boy, was so frustrated. But then the moment the father told, hey, the boy doesn't know his mom was dead, excuses for it, the shift. When I hear the story, I start to apply in every situation possibly. So what do you think about this paradigm shift in angry management?
That's a lovely story, Kiran. Yeah, this should see again. I would say emotions are under our control. We are not under the control of emotions. I repeat the same words. Anger is not under our control. Anger should be under our control. We should control anger, right? We should control anger, and we should not be under the control of anger. So obviously, this train incident, yes. Everybody will be annoyed and on the train, and finally, suddenly there is a change in the
Yeah.
environment. This actually happens practically when you practice all this. Shifting of energy. Shifting of energy, that's what I said, acceptance. Accepting people as they are. Once you understand that this person is like this, it is very easy for you.
Okay.
So this is where acceptance plays an important role.
Nice.
To accept people as they are, it's very easy. You will not be disappointed.
Very true. Very true. That's so fascinating, and but it must be really a roller coaster ride to be able to come here. But as you said, energy shift is very much possible as we keep practicing with acceptance. And there is also one more interesting factor about food. Once you said, I realized, most of, at least my close friends knew. When I'm angry, sometimes I'll be angry. People just give me food. The moment I eat my favorite chocolate or something, in 5 seconds, I'll be normal, Like, I'm not sure it's because I'm hungry or the food, but whenever I'm angry, I just eat my favorite food, and there's a shift in because, especially what I like, it could be the fruit or whatsoever. Actually, that works. In 10 seconds, my anger goes off. That's a very good trick. As you said, I can relate to it. Is there any episode that you have in your life where it was extremely uncontrollable anger? Okay, it was grave mistake or something. How did you handle it? And probably maybe you may not be handled it. And what were the lessons you've taken from it? Is there anything like you like to share from that episode?
No, Kiran, to be very frank, I have been brought up in such a family that women were not allowed to express their anger. So, women will have to be tolerant, women will have to endure everything. So, we were right from childhood, we were not allowed to express our anger, and we never got angry for anything. Like, we never knew the meaning of anger right from childhood. And only after getting myself educated and all that and getting exposed to the society, maybe I knew this disappoints me, that disappoints me. So earlier, anger was, anger was mistaken for disappointment or disappointment for anger or whatever it is. So that led to only tears. So there I know Getting angry, if somebody scolds, we only shed tears and cry. That's all. As ladies, we used to cry. So and so ex scolded me, or probably if somebody disgraced you or something, anger doesn't come. It's just some disappointment, and we as ladies used to sit and cry, not understanding whether it's disappointment or anger. You fail in the examination, children cry. You don't get the desired marks, again cry. So this is disappointment. Sometimes, there is an anger within oneself. That is where I got to know the difference between anger and disappointment. Like if something happens to you due to your own mistake or fault, then there is a little bit of anger within ourselves.
Okay.
Like for example, had I done this, I would have done better. Had I studied well, I would have done better in my examinations. I had been a little careless. Oh, Gowri, why did you be careless? You should have been a little careful. So that emotion which comes at that particular time is called anger. Looking at the marks and, oh, I've got only 99, I wish I had 100. That is disappointment. But had I worked a little hard, I would have got 100. I was a little careless. So that is again anger. Oh, Gowri, why did you do it? You should have done it now. You cannot appear again for the exam. Lost is lost. Your 1 mark is gone and all that. That only during school days and college days. The disappointment and anger. Now we are all matured and we have the maturity to accept everything around us and set right things around us.
And you told in your period it was not allowed even to be angry. There was a space. And for your next generation, so what was a lesson in anger management?
Our generation was totally different.
Yeah.
Because I said, ladies those days used to get married very early, at an early
Exactly.
stage.
Yeah.
And going to the in-laws' house, tolerate everything, and it was a disgrace coming back to the mother's house and all that. So we were brought up like that we should not express our anger or disappointment and just keep tolerating. So that's how we built up our tolerance level. But nowadays, girls are given freedom to express whatever they want to say. They can even say, hey, I don't like the way you spoke. I'm disappointed. I don't like it. Right?
Yes.
They can say that. But those days we never used to speak to our parents like that, even to the mother and father. So, good they are given freedom. Good they can come out of their anger and express their anger out. Good. It's good for them. So, it's better to talk over. For the present generation, I would say talking over the anger is very important. Let them talk. Coming out. Discussion. Let them have a discussion and say, hey, you told me this, I was angry. So now for this, they should start off with, again, self-awareness. How? Suppose, somebody calls me by name.
Okay.
Taking myself as an example, or as a youngster. Somebody calls me by name, I get angry, but then I tell within myself, yes, Gowri, she called you by names, you are angry, how are you going to react to this? Tell myself, yes, call X, Y or Z and say, see, come here, I was angry because you spoke to me like this. I was angry because you called me by names. Second point, what made you call me like this? There would have been a reason from the other side. Or if there is no reason from the other side, yes, I am angry because there is no reason from your side. So what have you got to say about this? Immediately, if you are calm and if you talk to a person like this, there will always be an apology from the opposite side. Yes, the other person, yes, something went wrong, I'm sorry, but I should not have spoken like that. Fine. There will be an apology. That's all. Talk it out. Finish it. So there they become friends again.
It's again coming back, the energy transfer rather than outbursting, channelizing it and getting into a constructive discussion. So that's what you mean, right?
But if you are really aggressive and if you really want to show your anger, if you feel you can't speak like that because it's very difficult for a person to, it's very easy for me to tell. But at that situation, it's very difficult for a person to become calm and speak like that, right? So if you are really very, very, very Angry with the person, aggressively angry. What do? I said shifting of energy in a wild manner, like cooking or washing clothes or or
Boxing.
working or hard work, gardening, whatever it is, and then get back, your anger subsides. So two ways. How to control your aggressive anger, how to control your normal anger.
Okay. So normally, during normal anger, which you feel you can regulate, always have that bridge to channelize, to express it, or to have the inhale, switch to your music mode, or do the paradigm shift. These are something normal. When things are completely frustrating, out of your control, just again switch your energy by leaving the place or do something which excites you, or some activity, be it walking, running, some activity, cleaning the house will be really clean. But most of the times when I'm angry, also I start cleaning the house. It will be really
No
clean.
wonder,
So
no wonder your house is spick and span.
yeah, yeah, normally when I'm in very nice mood, the house will be messy, but when I'm angry, it'll be crystal clear. I just start cleaning. But as you said, this differentiation between normal anger and extreme anger. That's so nice of you, and to put in such a way. This takes to my the follow-up question: how does one differentiate between healthy expression of anger and destructive behaviors of it? You told about these two anger. You told about the bodily sensations and everything. Difference between healthy expression of anger and destructive behavior, and how to balance that with your expertise.
Destructive behavior is due to frustration. If you are really not able to bring anger under your control, you go for destruction. Self awareness and matured method of handling anger is important. That is for the first question. For the frustration, there is no other go. When you start this destruction, the anger which destroys things, that normally takes place in teenagers. Destructive anger is usually seen in teenagers when they are bubbling with energy, when they are said useless, when they are used less,
Can you repeat
when
it?
they are called useless, when they are used less.
Okay.
See, they should be given as much occupation as possible mentally.
Okay.
They should be given as much work as possible, both physical and mental, because that is the age they will be bubbling with energy. And if they are not given enough work at that age, they get distracted very easily. And now you have those gadgets.
Yeah.
In our days, we never even had a television. The fathers used to listen to the radio and that's it. And it's only devotional songs. And after later on 1975, we came across this television. But we never had all that. Yet we were playing. We were running. We used to run. Every day, every evening, we used to look very dirty. Because we used to play and play in the sand. But nowadays, I don't know whether gadgets are a boon or a bane. Yes, they are a boon also. But the screen time for the teenagers and for the youngsters needs to be watched.
Okay.
Sedentary, sitting in one place, no shifting of energy, no running around, always with the gadgets and the books. So obviously, children are exposed to so many things that they want everything. They want everything. And our days, parents were not working. Nowadays, both the parents are working. They give them whatever they want. They don't spend quantity time, majority of them. I may differ, I agree to differ. They may not spend quality time with the children. Maybe quantity time, but not quality time. Quantity time by taking them out to a restaurant, getting them whatever they want, or to a mall and then coming back. Definitely not the quality time. Quality time is very, very important. So the more a child is attended to, The more a child is engaged, the better he will be. The better management of anger will be in him. Otherwise, he will be asking for everything he wants. This month it is one phone, next month it's going to be another phone. Then the month after that will be the latest phone of you. And if you don't get the phone, he gets angry and breaks everything at home. Destructive anger.
So you mean here, or to manage those destructive behavior of anger and to have a healthy expression of anger, the point is to bring in a sense of awareness about the family, the parents, and the kids as us to know where they stand, what exactly is available, what not. Also, to give them a healthy atmosphere, also to physically be active now. A best way to get rid of the anger. So, which was
Yes.
missing. And you, of course, answered my follow-up question also, which is the societal influence on the anger, how to mitigate it. So it's so fantastic, we just club all together and without any further answers. It was nicely put. Basically, we are just going to wrap up here with this last question on this anger management. Basically, what is your favorite tip or your favorite tool that you adopt? Just one tool. You spoke about a lot of tools. One tool to start with for anger management.
Be aware of your anger.
Ex-
Anger with awareness.
How to be
Anger with
aware.
awareness. Anger with awareness. You know you're going to get angry for this particular matter.
Okay.
Prepare yourself for your anger.
Okay.
This is what is going to happen, so let me handle this way. That's it. Expect the unexpected.
Okay.
As far as anger is concerned, expect the unexpected.
Okay.
And you know this is going to come, so prepare yourself with self-awareness to handle your emotion. Because anger is inevitable. You have
Exactly.
to. There is no other go. It's inevitable. It's inevitable, but we have to handle it. And if we have to handle it, we can handle only with self-awareness. So expect the unexpected.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gowri. And thank you so much, listeners. And I strongly believe this episode must be resonated with you. And definitely, there'll be a lot of takeaways for you from this episode. And one of the biggest takeaway for me, one tip, if I like to say, is eat your favorite food or eatable when you're angry. That definitely neutralize your anger. That really worked with me, also with our guest. And I can't wait to see you what you like to know, what you like. There have been at least 5 to 8 tools our guests have given you. Mention what is your favorite tool in the comment section. Can't wait to see that. With that note, see you then. Thought then. Thank you. Namaste and Vanakkam. Bye.
Transforming minds and enriching lives.